Okay, so you're interested in some homes with property or land in Josephine County. Well, there's some things you need to really think about before purchasing a home or land in Josephine County. We're going to cover some of those in this video. One of the first things to think about in Josephine County is there's no city police or city fire department. What does that mean? Well, that means that there may be a longer wait time to respond to an emergency from the Josephine County Sheriff, or it may mean that you might have a harder time with fire prevention services. Where I live out in Josephine County, we pay for rural metro. So we pay once a year, we pay around $650 a year for fire protection services. So that if anything happens, we have some protection in that regard. And rural metro will come out and they will defend our property and the neighboring properties as well. So in essence, although the taxes might be lower, you make up for that by having to pay for some of those additional services. Another thing to really think about in living in Josephine County is there's no city water or sewer services. Well, what does that mean? That means that you're dependent on a septic system and on a well system. So these two systems work in tandem to provide fresh water and to eliminate the waste from your property. What happens if there's an issue with your well? Well, guess what? You're responsible for it as a homeowner, and you can call somebody at Rogue Valley Pump, or you can call Quinn's, or there's some other great companies out there that service wells and will help and can problem solve for you, but it's still your responsibility. Same thing with the septic. You need to have your septic pumped every few years. It needs to be inspected. You want to make sure it's in good working order, because that could be a very poopy day if something goes wrong in that regard. So that's something really to think about, is you got to take care of the water and you got to take care of the elimination of any waste out of the house, and that means a well and a septic system for you. Those can be major costs. Let's also talk about schools and amenities. Well, out in Josephine County, there are no large grocery stores out in Josephine County. You're going to find that if you want to go to get groceries, or to go shopping for clothes, or if you need some office supplies, you're going to have to go into the city of Grants Pass. So Josephine County just has fewer amenities in that regard, as well, same as the schools. The schools traditionally have fewer after-school resources and extended opportunities during the day due to the lower population and the smaller school size as compared to the city school with District 7. However, that does not mean that the schools in the county are not good. And it also does not mean that you can't occasionally run into Ray's if you need some milk or you need some items. I also suggest that if you live out in the county, support those businesses that are nearby so that they can take care of your community for a long time. Another thing to think about are the prices. Okay, so the price of land has gone way up in the last 5 to 10 years in Josephine County, and that's because it's become very popular. In addition to marijuana grows and some of the cannabis grows and horses and some of the additional farming needs that have always kind of been in the county, we have seen a real trend for people to move from town out to more acreage. People are really looking for a little bit more elbow room. I think that started at the beginning of the pandemic when we saw the big shift away from large cities. Well, that's really impacted Josephine County because it's a place where there is some land and you can get 1 acre, or you can get 10 acres, or you can get 150 acres in the right section of Josephine County. That land has gone up in value and it is a premium now. So that is something else for you to consider, the price of land in Josephine County. So you're still watching this video, it must mean that you're still interested in Josephine County, or I haven't completely scared you off with the prices or the septic or some of the other things. So let's talk about the best areas. In my personal opinion, these are the top 5 best areas in Josephine County in no particular order. Area 1 is Murphy. The Murphy area is great because it's near the Applegate River. And it's also great because it's far away from I-5. You won't get the freeway noise. I do caution you, however, if you do want to be really quiet, you're going to want to get away from Williams Highway a little bit so that you don't hear the Williams Highway freeway noise. But just out of earshot from all that is just beautiful, quiet country living near Murphy. There's a great little store there if you need to go and run and get some supplies quickly. And you're still not too far from the city of Grants Pass if that's important to you. The other thing I love about Murphy is that the community out there is great. The high school and middle school that serve this area are really strong at building community, and there's a really great community vibe around Murphy. It's a good place. The second place I'm going to talk about is a little bit of an amalgamation. So Merlin, back to where River Road is, kind of by Robertson Bridge, is another beautiful area in the county. That's great because you've got the access to the Rogue River right there in your backyard. It's also one of the closest spots you can be, except for go east, to the wild and scenic section of the Rogue River. And it's also amazing because it's peaceful and quiet, and you're going to find all kinds of trees there. It's a great place for wildlife. In fact, I'm talking about the area where Wildlife Images is located. In that area, you're going to find deer, and you're going to find eagles, and you're going to find osprey. You're also going to find cougars, and you may occasionally find a bear as well. But there will be wild rabbits and maybe occasionally elk. There's a lot of different wildlife out in that area. It's a really cool spot near Merlin, kind of towards the Robertson Bridge area. The third area I want to talk about is called Colonial Valley. Colonial Valley is the opposite side of the freeway from Merlin. It's near Grants Pass, so it's about 10 to 15 minutes from town, which is awesome. You have all the amenities. You can get right on I-5, and you can either hit the north or the south Grants Pass exit and drop right into whatever that you need. But it also has the opportunity for some acreage. The homes range from 1 acre out here all the way up to 15 or 20 acres in different sections. Just a little bit beyond is Granite Hill area, which is also a beautiful place to live. In addition to being a beautiful place to live and having some land, the views are incredible. Up Colonial Drive, the views are amazing. You can see the mountains on the opposite side of the valley and just incredible sunsets. It's a really wonderful place out here in Colonial Valley. Sticking with the valley theme and also beautiful views is Sunny Valley. That's right, it's called Sunny Valley because it is sunny a lot of the times. You'll come up and down the hills on I-5 and you'll hit Sunny Valley and there will be no clouds. I don't know how it works. It's just amazing. One of the things you'll find in Sunny Valley is larger room. You'll find a lot of 20-acre, or you can find 10-acre lands with properties with beautiful homes out there, and they're just gorgeous. The land is gorgeous. The people are great. I will tell you that you do have to watch for some cannabis grows, so if you don't want to be next door to a cannabis grow, Sunny Valley may not be for you. But Sunny Valley is a great place. It's beautiful, it's peaceful, it's quiet. It's a great place for you to just go and get away and decompress from the rest of the world. The fifth place on my list today is the Jerome Prairie / New Hope area. The New Hope area includes the Fish Hatchery Park region all the way back up towards Wilderville, and Jerome Prairie sits a little bit inside of that towards Redwood Highway. What I love about this area is it's beautiful open land. There are incredible homes with all kinds of space, and you'll find occasional great horse farms out here. There's a great place, so if you like horses, maybe you don't have a barn, you can board right here in Jerome Prairie. As well as some of the areas around New Hope. New Hope also is great for farming, so maybe you want to have just a little bit of a mini farm, a little mini hobby farm for yourself. The New Hope area is great for that, as well as Fish Hatchery Park, which is a beautiful place to go and for recreation. In addition to that, it's a wonderful section of the Applegate River to float during the summertime, just to relax and to stay cool on those hot days. Well, I hope that this video is giving you some things to think about with Josephine County. There's a lot of plus and minuses. If you're interested and you'd like to talk more about it, or you're interested in buying a home in this area, or if you live in this area and you're interested in selling your home, get in touch with me. Let's talk. I'm happy to help. And I think that there's a lot of great things in Josephine County that will really be attractive to the newcomer. I want to wish you the best. Have a great day.